Well, North Carolina, it happened to me again. I attended an open rally where voters can listen to candidates speak, and an elected official denied me the access. This past Saturday, February the 17th, I attended the Duplin County Rally. The MC for the rally was Representative Dixon of District 4. As the event started, Representative Dixon informs the audience that all state candidates will be given an opportunity to speak and introduce themselves. As the event went on, somehow they missed the Commissioner of Agriculture position. As I questioned one of the assistants why, the assistant informed me that they decided they were going to bypass the Commissioner of Agriculture position. At some point, Representative Dixon informed the audience that all state-level candidates have spoken. One of the audience members actually stood up and asked, why didn't the Commissioner of Agriculture have a chance to speak? Representative Dixon informed the audience that I did not submit a request. I then stepped forward and I informed him I did submit a request and could I have the opportunity to speak to the audience. Representative Dixon said no, and he would not allow me to speak. Let me make it clear. I did submit the request to speak. I was at the rally 30 minutes before it started. My yard signs were stacked up beside the door as you came in. My campaign material was in every seat of that facility. And I confirmed my name was number 3 on the list of state-level candidates there to speak. Representative Dixon's action was no different from what I experienced firsthand in Afghanistan, when warlords tried to dictate to Afghani people who to vote for. Open and fair election includes allowing voters access to hear all sides. It astonishes me that a Representative Dixon was so openly willing to suppress opposition in his own words during an open invitation to speak. And it amazes me that this is happening in North Carolina. When one person has the ability and audacity to block voters from receiving information, it underscores the need for term limits. I would have had more respect for Representative Dixon if he had pulled me to the side and asked me not to speak because he did not want me to upset my opponent. But simply passing my name off and punting it to an intern to tell me what was going on demonstrates a weak backbone and poor character. Of course, I complied because I did not want to interrupt the keynote speaker event or diminish the message of the other state candidates. I watched Representative Dixon leave the conference area when the keynote speaker was halfway through his speech. As soon as the keynote speaker was complete, I attempted to find Representative Dixon to inquire why I was intentionally blocked from speaking, but he was nowhere to be found. What Representative Dixon did on Saturday night was a form of voter intimidation. Elected officials have the utmost responsibility to prevent such intimidation, not just at the election lines, but also in public forums for the sole purpose of listening to candidates speak. Government officials should provide reliable, trustworthy information to voters and not make statements that they know to be false. Representative Dixon disinformation efforts at the Duplin County Rally denied voters the opportunity to hear me speak. At a minimum, elected government officials should give voters access to all candidates so that voters and only voters can make the decision of who is going forward to the general elections. This was the second time I tried to share my message in an open forum, only to be stopped by elected officials in position of power. The first time was January during the 2024 Southern Farm Show. I was denied permission to set up a campaign booth, while at the same time my opponent and 20-year incumbent was allowed to have a large campaign booth and to conduct fundraising activities. Now I know what happened to me does not represent the voters of Duplin County. Several audience members approached my family and me to apologize and to offer sympathy for what occurred. Some voters even asked to meet us at our vehicle out of fear of possible retaliation if seen with us inside the rally. You don't need to tamper with ballot boxes when you can just limit the voters' access to candidates. We need to ask ourselves why so many career politicians are scared of a first-time candidate's message. My name is Colby Hammonds. My nickname is Bear. I'm running for North Carolina Commissioner of Agriculture, and I'm fighting for the producers. I'm fighting for the voters to be informed. I'm fighting for more transparency in what we eat and how taxpayers' money is spent. Please go to votehammonds.org to learn more about me and what I stand for. Thank you, and God bless.